What's up guys, Philip here, and I am back in the garage to take you guys through a detailed product review. It's been a little while since I did one, but I've finally gotten a chance to use the Pepin adjustable dumbbells enough to feel comfortable giving my thoughts on them. Now I've gotten a chance to use them for a variety of movements, exercises. I've used them when they are loaded up light, when they are loaded up heavy, and so I have a very good idea at this point of what I think about them. So let's talk about them starting now. So before I really get into this review, I do want to mention that Pepin offers a couple different lines of dumbbells, including their Pro Series, HD Series, and their new Quick Change adjustable dumbbells. Now, the new Quick Change adjustable dumbbells are all still 100% steel, quick change, and they go up to 120 pounds. They're awesome, but I have not had a chance to use them firsthand, so I will not be covering them in this review. I will be focusing mainly on the Pro Series with the HD Series a little bit as well, since they do function similarly. So did want to go ahead and mention that. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about some of the specifications for these dumbbells, starting with the handles. So again, I do have the Pro Series handles, and I really like them. Now, they are coated in a nickel plating. They also come in a black Cerakote. You have that as an option as well, but they are 6.6 inches long. They have a handle thickness of 34.5 millimeters, and the handles with 2 sets of long screws but no additional weight are about 6.5 pounds. So this handle also has a volcano style knurling. I really like the knurling on this handle. It feels like it's grippy, but it is not aggressive. It's actually a volcano style knurling and a not aggressive volcano style at that. So it's a perfect knurling for a dumbbell where you're going to be using it for heavy weights, but also light weights and for a lot of reps. You don't want something that's going to chew your hands up if you're doing super high rep flies and that kind of stuff. So great knurling, great coating, and these screws are also nickel plated. So these are nickel plated, and these are an older generation screw. The diameter of the screw head is now about 4 inches down from 4.5 inches. And they now have a urethane kind of washer around the inside to grip the plates better, along with the little urethane or rubber washer around the handle. So those are just some of the specifications for the handles. Now, I don't have Pepin's plates. I have their handles, and I actually use badass dumbbell plates on them. So you can call me a Canadian Benedict Arnold, if you will. But I love them just from the look of them. They are calibrated plates, and they have the logo engraved in them with a nice powder coat on them. So I really do like the plates, and I would order them if I was looking for these as my only set of adjustable dumbbells. But as far as first-hand experience with the plates, I don't have that. The good news is with these handles, you can use any sort of standard plate that you may have. So you can buy sets from Pepin, or you can just buy the handles with the screws and use plates that you already have. So that is a cool little feature and a little bit of flexibility for you with these. Now, how do these work? There are a few different companies that sell a version of adjustable dumbbell that use this style mechanism, and that is basically what I like to call the bougie spin lock. It is a spin lock, but it has screws that screw into a hollow handle, and that is how these Pepin dumbbells, the Pro Series and the HD Series, do function. So if I were to show you how to load 25 pounds, let's say, I would take a 10 pound plate, I'd put it on one end, take my little screw, and I would screw it in. Very smooth screws, by the way. And then I would take my 10 pound plate, I'd put it on the other end, I would screw it in, and we now have a pro style dumbbell that fast. So you basically load any amount of plates that you need on each side that would equal up to 120 pounds for the Pro Series per dumbbell. And then you screw the screw into each side and you have a pro style dumbbell. So that is how they function. Now, again, Pro Series weight capacity goes up to about 120 pounds per dumbbell. Now, I have loaded more than that. I've loaded up to about 140 pounds comfortably with them, and I would trust them with that. But I am not 100% sure if that would be a cause of misuse that would void the lifetime warranty that they have. So just mentioning that, I'm not sure if you should follow that advice, but just from first-hand experience, the Pro Series, I've loaded up to about 140 on each dumbbell handle, and it's been perfectly fine, at least from my use. So that is the weight capacity for the Pro Series. Now, Pepin sells, like I said, the Pro Series adjustable dumbbell handles with these screws only, and they sell sets up to a 270 pound set with the Pro Series and the calibrated plates. And I believe they're pretty competitively priced, with the handles for the Pro Series costing a little bit over $300. Now, you will have to factor in whatever shipping will be from Canada, which could be a little pricey, but 320 base, or 320-ish base for just the Pro Series handles, but about $1,000 base for the Pro Series with the 270 pound set, all included plates and the handles and screws. Now, they do have a cast iron choice. So the 270 set has calibrated plates. They do have a cast iron set that go up to 100 pounds per dumbbell on the Pro Series. That is about $645 base, which again is a pretty good price for what you're getting and how polished these are. Now, what I was going to mention with the HD handles is, again, they function largely the same. They are the same mechanism, but they have a higher weight capacity. The owner himself told me that they can go up to almost 200 pounds per dumbbell, and I know they do offer sets up to 145 pounds per dumbbell for the HD series, and the HD series handle is actually 5.9 inches long, which is incredible, guys. That is awesome. And I will tell you why soon. So just to give you guys kind of an idea of those handle specifications and the different packages that they offer. Now let's talk about some pros and cons of these dumbbells. Okay, so let's talk about some pros for these dumbbells, starting with the durability. These are, from what I've gathered, very durable. They feel very solid in your hands. Once they're loaded, they feel, again, very, very solid. So as long as you don't abuse these and misuse them, they should be good to go, and they are backed up by a lifetime warranty as well. Now, that warranty is subject to using them correctly and not misusing them, throwing them down and doing all that stuff. So do keep that in mind. But if you treat these with care and respect, then they will last you forever, and they are backed up by that warranty. So with that being said, they're durable, but one of the biggest things for these that they have going for them is the fit and the finish and the actual experience using them with the beautiful nickel plating, or the Cerakote if you choose that, to the beveled edges on the inside of the handle, the hole for the handle, the beveled edges on these screws, which makes it easier to feed that screw into the handle. The actual screwing and unscrewing is very, very smooth for these, much smoother than my badass dumbbells. And it's a pleasure to change weights out because of that smooth action of these screws. Now, if that wasn't easy enough, they put little cutouts into the head of the screw for you to grab. So just everything about these, this is a machined steel handle, and the plates are machined as well if you do choose to go with dumbbell calibrated plates. So just the fit and the finish, the aesthetics for these dumbbells, it's second to none in my opinion. I love how they look. This is an old gen screw like I mentioned earlier, so now they actually have it engraved, the DP dumbbell Pepin engraved in the handle. So just the aesthetics and the use of these, they're a pleasure to use, they're beautiful, and that goes a long way. Now with that being said, the last positive that I will mention, besides the obvious ones like, you know, value proposition, space saving, you know, like for home gyms, of course they're space saving, but these are actually very, very balanced. They feel very much like an adjustable like a real dumbbell. With these adjustable handles, at least in my experience, typically they're a little bit longer than a normal handle. I know my badass ones are about 7 inches long, and that can affect the balance of the weight while you are using it, which typically is not an issue when you're doing like lightweight exercises. But if you're doing a heavy exercises, especially heavy pressing and imbalance really shines through. So with a longer handle, that weight's going to be pushed out further, and it's going to be harder to actually stabilize. And that's going to be a problem when you're really trying to press heavy and push yourself. With these, you don't have that problem. So I actually looked up, just for giggles, how long the handles for a fixed set of dumbbells typically would be. And I looked at the Rogue urethane dumbbells, which have a handle length of 6 inches. So these are 6.6 inches, and the HD handles are actually 5.9 inches. So actually a shorter handle than the fixed dumbbells, which is going to lend itself to being more balanced in your hand, which again is going to really, really help you when you are doing a heavy movement, especially heavy pressing. So the HD handles might actually feel more like real dumbbells than real dumbbells do. So those are the positives. Now let's talk about the negatives for these. Spoiler alert, I can't find many. Okay, so now that we have the pros in consideration, let's talk about a few cons, which really, I can't find a major con for these dumbbells. So these are purely nitpicking, but the first one that I can think of is just by design and by action, with these being a spin lock type dumbbell, they do not lend themselves to fast adjustability, especially if you're trying to use them for things like drop setting. So if you're just doing a set resting, rinse and repeat, it's not really going to be an issue because you have time to change plates in between sets. But if you are drop setting, it's going to be really hard to do that. And you're also going to have to do some plate math. So if you weren't a math major, these might be a little bit of a headache for you. It's not really an issue from my personal experience, but I can see how the convenience, or inconvenience rather, would be annoying enough to not want to consider these. Now the second con that I would mention with these, and it's really not a con, but I know some people would say, is these are a chunk of change, guys. They are an investment. As a value proposition, go do yourself a favor and look up how much a set of fixed dumbbells up to 120 pounds or 145 pounds is. I guarantee you it's going to be about 5 times what these are at least. Pro Series up to 120 pounds, it's about $1,000. The HD Series up to 145 pounds per dumbbell, $1,350. Again, base, those don't include the shipping rates. But as far as the capabilities of the range of weight that you can use for that price, I mean, the value proposition is there. I mean, they are a great value, but they are still a chunk of change and an investment. and you can find cheaper options. However, I wouldn't save money to go with something else just based on my experience with these. They are awesome. Okay, so with all that being said, would I recommend either the Pro Series or the HD Series from Dumbbell Pepin? And I'm gonna say yes, go get you a pair. These are awesome. They have been a pleasure to use. They've gone up heavy and they have withstood the test, and they've just been awesome, guys. I can't say enough good things about them. So if you are looking for an adjustable dumbbell that is durable, can go very heavy while saving you space in your home gym, we know every home gym has space constraints. So save you space, go heavy, they're durable, they're beautifully crafted, the craftsmanship is there, and Pepin is always innovating. So it's really a good company to hitch your wagon to right now. I would say go for it if I was in your shoes. But with that being said, if y'all have any questions for me, anything that I didn't cover in this video, then please do feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. I would be more than happy to answer them. And I hope this did give you guys a little bit of an insight into these dumbbells and whether they are right for you. So I appreciate y'all as always. I'll catch you on the next one.